One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The anxiety guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the anxiety guy.
Warriors, welcome to the final podcast episode of 2018. Exciting times, my friends, molding you into the person you are meant to be, the person you deserve to be in 2019. Now, in this podcast episode, I want to set you up for success. How am I going to do that? Well, I need you to put on your active listener cap. And I want you to really take some notes and understand this information that I'm going to give to you today, because this is gold. This really is gold. If you're listening right now, consider yourself lucky, because many people out there are making a New Year's resolution without any real deep knowledge, information, or a plan as to how they're going to get to a better place in their lives. Today, I'm going to make things very clear for you, giving you the 10 steps to becoming more than anxiety in 2019. Pumped up, as you can see. I don't want to waste any time today. I want to get to number one right now. Number one, I want you to set yourself up for success by forgiving yourself and others for what happened. Forgiveness means changing the meaning over what happened. Now let me ask you, what happened? And depending on what happened, what are you continuously carrying around in your mind and body? It's a very important question, because this energy, this energetic buildup that is accumulating in your body is causing you distress. It's causing you discomfort. It's causing you pain. It's causing you to experience life through the addiction to suffering. So I want you to set yourself up for success today by forgiving yourself and forgiving others for what they may have done to you, because they were just doing the best they could with the information that they got from their parents. Number two, step to becoming more than anxiety in 2019. Reframe any emotionally traumatic events that still may be playing out in your subconscious mind. So let me ask you, what emotionally traumatic event has occurred in your life, possibly between the ages of 0 and 7, that you still are keeping the same meaning around? What happened? Have you reframed that emotional trauma yet? Because if you have, you should be in a better place. When you are faced with something in everyday life that reminds you of that emotional trauma, it's no longer a trauma. If you reframe it, it's now just something that happened. And when you are able to take the lessons from what happened and somehow, some way, attach some kind of good to what happened, being stronger, more educated, whatever it is, you have changed the meaning behind what happened. And your body and your mind and your spirit will all feel the effects of this new meaning. Number three, stop taking your negative energies out on others and covering them up temporarily through food, partying, alcohol, and filling up your day with more stuff to do. Does this sound like you? Your wife loves you. Your husband loves you. Your coworkers love you. But you just seem to take things out on the people that you spend the most time around. It's so typical. You walk around with the same meanings over the emotional traumas that happen in your life, and you take out your negativity, your hunger, your tiredness, your anger, your loneliness. You take it out on other people. At the end of the day, you get together with your friends and you compete as to who had the worst day, again and again. And you feel that connection with them. You feel that bond with them. But honestly, it sucks. It's sucking the life right out of you. It's keeping you in slavery. And it's ruining the person that you are meant to be. So stop taking your negative energies out on other people, as well as covering up. And you know you're covering it up through food, partying, alcohol, and filling up your day with stuff so you don't have to deal with the root cause of the problem. Number 4, see anxiety as a signal of something deeper being held on to by your subconscious. Very straightforward, warrior. When you feel anxious, you're not going to die. The catastrophic thing that just crossed your mind isn't going to happen. It hasn't happened up to now. It's not going to happen. You're wasting your time worrying over all these things. Do you know how much sex you could have with the amount of time that you spend worrying over all these things that will never come true in your life? Being concerned over this thing? Do you know how you could be building your relationships with people? Spending that time doing productive things instead of worrying, concerning yourself over things simply for the sake of trying to keep control over every aspect of your life? When are you going to give up control? When? When are you going to decide that enough is enough? Number 5, quit relying on inspirational and motivational quotes for progress. You know, I love the fact that, more than 11,000 people are following me on Instagram. I love it. I love that I can contribute in a positive way, and each and every one of my quotes are there to get you thinking, not just a boost in dopamine and just kind of moving on with your day. No. My quotes are meant for you to begin thinking as to how you got to where you are, how this quote relates to your life, and how to begin seeing through your concerns. So if you're strictly relying on inspirational and motivational quotes for progress, that simply sucks. I don't know how else to put it. It just sucks. Look at how far it's gotten you just by relying on inspirational quotes and motivational quotes, right? I mean, the self-help world is full of them. Everybody's telling you to believe in yourself, which is complete bullcrap. When does belief show up? Belief shows up when you make a decision and become relentless through a structured process that then slowly begins to pull you in another direction. So don't rely on them. Don't be fed all sorts of BS from people telling you got to believe in yourself. You got to shoot for your dreams. You got to go for your goals. You have to want more. This right here, this is the addiction to suffering. You are a slave to wanting more, when in fact, freedom could easily come simply by accepting where you are right now. Number 6, stop seeing everyone else from a viewpoint of having no inner issues. They may be suffering as you are, just aren't showing it. No, I used to go through my day and go, look at that guy over there. He looks so free. Just reading his paper on his phone. Oh, I wish I could be like that guy. Or that girl, she's smiling. I don't remember the last time I smiled. Guess what? That girl's got cancer. Guess what? Her mom just passed away a couple days ago. You don't know anything about what those people are going through. So quit judging so harshly, and quit judging yourself so harshly as well. You don't know what anybody's going through. The question is what do you have to do? The question is how can you learn from others? How can you take this information and begin applying it so you can defy those limiting beliefs that you're hanging on to simply because it's familiar? Number 7, spend more time in silence and meditation, because the next to-do is right around the corner. It's so easy to be so busy today. It's so easy to constantly run with this need to please other people, when in fact, priority number 1 is you. It's you. I want you to spend more time in silence in 2019. I want you to meditate more. In fact, learn what meditation can do for you. Learn about meditation. What is it? What is it really? And so when you spend more time in silence, what starts to happen is this inner voice starts to show up. It's called your intuition. It's not called your emotion, which most people are slaves to today. It's called your intuition. It's called your higher self. And when that voice starts to show up, you start to defy your thoughts and you start to move as if you're being led by some kind of higher power. And a lot of people might think, Dennis, you giving us that spiritual mumbo jumbo again? Well, if you think like that, you're always going to be in the same place that you're in right now. I can promise you that. Your freedom lies in your ability to become open-minded to things that are crossing your path every single day, and you're blind to them. You are blind. You put them aside, saying, that's not a part of me. No, I believe this. Well, how's that going for you? That's the question. How is your life right now based around the belief systems that you have? If your life sucks, start changing them. Start being open-minded. Number 8, surround yourself with nature more often. In the car, workplace, back home. In the car, workplace, back home, and so on. Find time. Don't tell me that you don't have time, okay? I get up at 5:55 in the morning every single day. Why? Why do I do that? So that I can set myself up for the day and for a pleasant life. What time do I go to sleep? Go to sleep at 9. I'm not watching Netflix. Okay? I'm not watching reality shows. I'm not spending time on social media, on news feeds. Okay? I'm not looking for chaos and stimulation in my life. No. I've got a structure. I've got a plan. I need you to have a plan. And I need you to spend more time in nature. Don't care what it is. Just ground yourself in nature more often. Number 9, suffer more intentionally so you can stop your suffering unconsciously. Meaning, I want you to place yourself in situations that cause you uncomfortableness more often. So many people look at themselves in the mirror each and every day and say, I'm only good enough as, and so on. Finish the sentence. And we create all these limits within us. And these limits show up in our lives. Everybody makes the same amount of money each and every year, the same type of friends, the same results in their lives, the same feelings and emotions that they carry with them each and every day. It's so consistent. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to suffer intentionally. And when you suffer intentionally, you become immune to those fearful thoughts that show up in your mind and the sensations that show up in your body. Now all of a sudden, you're not trying to get rid of fear. You're not trying to escape situations. You're not trying to create the detour so you don't run into a situation again. You've been there. You can suffer intentionally in many different ways. What are you scared of? Are you scared of being poor? Act poor for a week. You know what I did? I wore funny pajamas to the mall. Over and over again. People were staring at me. I was sitting there in the food court, people staring at me. Did this guy just get out of bed and just come to the mall? What the heck? Why is he wearing that? Why didn't he fix his hair when I used to have hair? So I was scared of being judged. That was my way of suffering intentionally. I was scared of cold showers. No, only hot showers. I started to take cold showers. What do you think happened? I became immune to it, and it helped me. It helped to nourish my cells. It woke me up. So suffer intentionally. Number 10, practice your new identity through picking the thoughts you want to think the most, saying the words you want to say the most, and acting the way you want to act the most. I want you to practice this new identity until you become it. Because you've got a movie role coming up in a few months, and you've got to get ready for that movie role. You've got to train. You've got to practice each and every day so you can be the star in that movie. So go practice. See every anxious moment as an opportunity to practice. Warrior, let's leave 2018 behind. Let's see 2019 as a brand new opportunity for growth, for inner freedom. I love you all so much. I'll see you in 2019. If you're enjoying this podcast, please give it a positive rate and review. You are more than anxiety. Enjoy the day because you deserve it. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.